Hello guys, it is me, and I'm back, and today I am doing another episode of SAO Week, and yes, I'm doing a little bit of Walls gameplay behind this, so yeah, just for entertainment. So yeah, today in SAO Week will be conspiracies. Yes, well, not really conspiracy, but a theory. And this is not my theory. I'm just reading someone else's theory. The link to this theory will be in the description. This guy's really awesome, or girl. I have no idea who it is. But, basically, it's an SAO and SL World relationship theory. I watched the entirety of SAO, and I just started getting into SL World because, you know, it was made by the same maker of SAO. So I was like, alright. So yeah, I've watched the first few episodes, and then in the top part it just says, Kirito is the creator of Brain Burst. And I'm like, what we do know. I'm just going to read everything that I see right here. I might skim over. Brain Burst is a game with no scenario of life or death, something people can truly compete against each other for the fun of it. Brain Burst is a game where your complex form of your avatar basically gives you a chance to face and come in turn with yourself to overcome yourself. Brain Burst has minimal interface in real life. Memories that can create big turmoil are even erased at the same time as the program. Those 3 points give off a Kirito feel. While we don't know the reason why Kirito would have created Brain Burst, if he did create it, then these points would pretty much support his character. Now let's think about it. Alright. Okay. In a Cell's World setting, a Cell World is definitely nothing normal, to where point Haruki was shocked to the thought of it being even possible. Still, roughly 20 years earlier, Wrath already completed the acceleration system, which is used in their Acceleration project. Note that system can go up to roughly 3,000 plus times, but was limited to 1,000 times when a human used it for safety purposes. This was suggested that the Alicization project didn't turn out well, that this technology wasn't approved, and the project got scrapped. Now, it would really be stretched up to say that Kirito, one of the few people to ever have tested technology on his own body, could have gotten a hand at it after the Alicization project had been finished. I don't think so. I'm just reading it off of this. Also, the safety limitation was known as a handful of people, including Asuna, and very likely Kirito once the project is over. Limitation which is respected with Brain Burst. Kirito also shows interest in the virtual reality development, and also seems like it'll be like what he's planning to do with his life 20 plus years after SAO has been over. It wouldn't be weird for Kirito to have made a name for himself in the field. We also know that the part of his reason for doing that is for his daughter, Yui. Kiryoki is related to Yui, Asuna, or Kirito. Now we'll enter some deeper speculation. There's actually 2 ways this guy could see it. Kiryoki is Yui, or Kiryoki is Kirito and Asuna's real daughter. The second case is not interesting enough to explore it, so I'll go with the first way. My basis for success, I'm not the guy in a thing. I just want to say that. I'm just reading off of the page really fast. There's no reason to hide Kiryoki's name except to hide her being related to the character the viewer knows. In the usual case, we would have been exposed to Kiryoki's real name if we wanted to hide her in relation to an X character. We would hide that X character's name. Yet the opposite was done here. Still, if it was to hide that her name was Kiriaga or Yuki, this would make more sense. Also, Kurohime got a deeper need to meet the creator of the game than the usual player, like it's written in her subconscious. And all this lead out me to believe that something happened between SAO and Cell World with Yui at the center of it. An accident where her memory was lost. Kirito finally managed to give Yui a real body, but once he transferred her data to it, some was lost. Well, I've heard speculation in Gun Gale Online that Kirito was working on a machine to help Yui be able to be seen in the real world, so maybe that is true. We know that it's been one of the biggest goals since Volume 2. The possibilities are infinite, so I will not elaborate more on them, but it's hard to imagine a different way that such an experiment could have went wrong and resulted in the current situation. There is also need to note Kurioki's Vorpal Strike. There's still an infinity of possibilities as to why Kurioki knew that name, but once you add her also reacting to two-handed swords, the possibilities become much fewer. So he believes that Kurioki used Yui, but there would have to be some alteration to her memory. Kirito wanted to make her human, but that came at the cost of her not remembering him clearly. Still, because of some lingering memories, she knows terms such as Vorpal Strike and reacts to terms such as two-handed swords. She also felt that she wanted to reach level 10 and meet Brainburst's creator, because she unconsciously understood that she'll meet someone dear to her this way. The incarnate system comes from the seed. Here's just one part that bugged me in the first volume of SAO, more specifically near the end of it. How was the paralysis of Asuna removed? How did Kirito manage to stay alive for a while even though his HP was reduced to 0 in a place where data were absolute rule? These things even shocked Kayaba himself and weren't explained. I believe that this is what will later become the incarnate system. Strong feeling and conviction allowed Asuna and Kirito to do the impossible. Yet again, if Kirito is the one that created Brainburst, it wouldn't be weird for him to incorporate the element of the seed as well as the element from experiment that he experienced firsthand. This is my attempt at placing the puzzle pieces together. If you don't have the correct any point, then feel free to do so. However, if you do not agree with what he said and does not plan to bring any more discussion and other bashing, do not bother first. Basically, don't mess with this guy. He's cool. He found out. He made this awesome theory. The link will be in the description. It's linked to his Facebook, I believe. And yeah guys. Bye.